Hey, hi Akhilesh. Hi Junaid.
Hello, sir.
Hello guys. How are you guys? How did your this thing go? Actually, did somebody have written the retest? How was that?
अच्छा था सर, थोड़ा रह गया था.
Was that tough?
Yes,
नहीं
sir.
सर, थोड़ा
Different opinions. It's okay. That is the level of questions you people might get in the interviews. Hey, good evening, Prag. Hey, good evening, guys. Hi, everyone. How's everyone today? I'm audible, guys. Okay. So, great. So, how was your retest, guys? The people who written the retest, how was it? I got no answer. It seems nobody wrote retest. Okay, cool. No worries. So yeah, not in current. Shubham, actually, I didn't understand what you said there.
Out of 13s, I hope nobody.
Okay, got it. Sure, sure. Okay. Yeah, let's jump in and start class today. So we know that due to the issue with the internet and the flow of class for the previous Friday, so it started from there. Skipping the node mon, we'll jump into buffers today directly. Yes. So it was a kind of talk between everyone that is it okay to handle the class in Hindi. So anybody is opposed to that? Somebody wants me to take the. Just give me a minute, please. Okay, guys. Sorry, I just got a call from a trainer, but I don't know. They just got they're not responding again. I don't know. Sure, no problem. So I was asking, is it a problem for you guys if I handle the class in Hindi? Because most of the students want me to handle it in Hindi. So any problem with that, guys?
No.
Okay. How about others?
Sir, repeat your question.
Yeah, my question was, a few of the students said to handle the classes, whatever I'm speaking, right? The language of communication can be Hindi. So they wanted in Hindi. So currently I'm doing it in English. So if you people are okay, then I'll handle it in both ways.
सर क्या बोले सर समझ भी नहीं आया मतलब
मैं क्लास में हिंदी में लूं या फिर इंग्लिश में लूं करके बात आ रही थी तो वही
अच्छा
पूछ रहा हूँ.
ओके ओके बट एवरीवन टेक्स हियर क्लास इन इंग्लिश मोस्ट ऑफ द टाइम
Yeah, that's what even I had. Yeah, few of the students are requesting to be in English only. Okay, in that case, I'll start. I'll go with the flow which I'm following. And the people who didn't, were not able to understand, let me know. I'll reiterate it in Hindi also for them.
ओके थैंक यू सर
Yeah, sure. Okay, yes, sure. So let's jump into buffers today. Let's start with buffers. Okay. So yeah. Do you people remember what we discussed about buffers that day, or shall I reiterate it again? Do people remember anything from Friday?
Sir, please repeat it.
Okay. On my Go to lucid charge.
Miro, sir, Miro.
What's that? Miro or micro?
Miro, sir, Miro. MIR.
MIR. Okay. Nice. Okay. Something micro. Okay. So see. Now we talked about something called this BitTorrent on that class. So we have a BitTorrent server here, torrent server here. This is an torrent server. Okay, we have user 1 and we have user 2. Okay, so now user 1 wants to download a movie from the site, BitTorrent torrent site. Okay, so he looks into the site first, searches the movie and start downloading it. So this is what we know from our friend perspective. Whenever you're downloading movie, this is what you see. But what actually happens is that particular movie is present in user 2's mobile. Okay, it's a 1 GB file, 1 GB MP4 file. Okay, and that data needs to go to torrent site, and from there it has to reach user 1. Okay, so whenever you are sending data, it doesn't happen in a single go. The 1 GB file is not transferred from user 2 to user 1 in a single go. Okay, and if you want more easy example, think about ShareIt. You people have used ShareIt app before?
Yes, sir.
Okay, so you might be familiar with the concept. When you select one particular file and send it to your friend's mobile, it doesn't go in single go, right? If it is a 1 GB file. So what happens is this 1 GB is broken down into small chunks of data. And this data one by one is transferred to your friend's phone. And here all these chunks are collected and the complete 1 GB file is formed. Okay. So any doubt in this process, guys?
No, sir.
No,
Cool.
sir.
So let's discuss in deep. We'll take each step and discuss. Okay. Now we have 1 GB file in the hard drive of this particular device. Okay. Now we have to break that into small chunks. So for that, in Node.js, we have a technology called Stream. Okay. Stream is a technology which is used. Okay. Stream is a technology which is used to break or bind the small chunks of data into a bigger file. A bigger file can be transformed into smaller chunks of data using a stream. Similarly, the same stream can be utilized to read the small chunks of data and convert that into a complete file. So here also we use stream and here also we use stream. Okay. Okay. So this is the concept of stream. Any doubt in stream, guys? Did you understand why we use stream here?
Yes, sir.
Okay. So this is how the stream is used. Okay. And when we create the small chunks of data, right, that the conversion of the data and we store it. Initially, we store it in some temporary location in this device as well as in this device. Okay. So before sending, we store it somewhere. And before converting that to a bigger file, we store it somewhere in a temporary location. And the memory location in which we are going to store the data, right, that is called as buffer. It's a buffer space. It's a buffer space where the data is stored in raw format. So we know that the small chunks of data are not 100% correct data. These are just raw format of data. 1 MB of the particular 1 GB clip, 1 GB video, which is in raw format. Okay, and the place where we store it is called as buffer. Okay, so here we learned something called as buffer and stream. Okay, so any doubt in this two words, guys? कोई doubt है किसी को ये buffer और stream पे?
No, sir.
Okay. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you people understood the live example and how this buffer and streams are used in your mobile phones, in your laptops, like that. Are you people able to form the connections? Oh, great. So this is what we are going to start coding in terms of Node.js. Okay. Right. So in Node.js, when we talk about buffers, right? So there is a way to create buffers. Okay. So buffer is an Node.js based class, which can be used, which constructor can be used to create buffers. Okay. So what the buffer, what does the buffer contains? We know that if it is a number, if the a data type of a particular variable is a number, then it will store data like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, like a number. So it will store an integer value, right? And if we know it is a string, in that case, it is going to store the values like A, B, C, D, F, G, and the special characters like that. The alphabets and the special characters, or the combination of special characters. Okay. So similarly, the buffers is an location which is going to store the raw data, and this raw data is in the format of hexadecimal values. Okay, hexadecimal values, and each value of a hexadecimal unit can take value from 0 to 255 inclusively. Okay, so for example, if I create a buffer of 5 elements, so we have 5 elements here. Okay, so these are the 5 elements. Like consider this is like an array of data. Okay, so here whatever value we are going to put it in these locations, right? These are going to be hexadecimal values, and the hexadecimal values should lie between this. Okay, so this is the X value which we are going to put inside these boxes. That value should lie between 0 and 255 inclusive in a hexadecimal format. So whether it is an movie, whether it is an image, whether it is a song, audio file, or whether it is just a normal text, whether it is a number, if you are going to store it inside a buffer, right, that is going to take up the shape of hexadecimal value, whose value can range between 0 to 255 inclusive. Any doubts here, guys, how the buffers are stored in the memory? If people are not able to relate, please tell me so that I can repeat it again. Preeti, this is not in cache, it is in the regular memory. Okay, so see, I'll just reiterate it once again. So we know that these data, right, these big files, which are made into small chunks, and these small chunks are temporarily put it into some location or permanently stored in a location. Okay, so those places where we are going to store a data which is in raw format, I repeat, which is in raw format, that particular memory location has to be like a buffer. Buffer is a type of memory location where you are going to store a raw data. Okay, and this raw data is nothing but array of you can say array of data, and each data in that buffer is going to be a hexadecimal value, and that hexadecimal value is going to have a confined value. It starts from 0 to 255. Okay, this is what buffer is theoretically. Yes, people, we do allocate memory for buffer separate. And if you want to see how this buffer are coming and how these buffers are used, okay, you can consider you're sharing a movie or a file with your friend through Share It or Google Files or like that. Okay. Yeah. So let's go to coding. Okay. So we do have different types of way to. Okay. Sure. Okay. So we do have different ways to create buffer. Okay. And the very first way to create a buffer is this one. See, we have a buffer here. We are creating a buffer using a buffer class. Okay, buffer.alloc. Alloc is an inbuilt method present inside buffer class. This helps us to create 5 buffers. So whatever number that you are going to pass inside alloc, right, alloc function, right, that is going to create that much buffers. And initially, the buffer which is getting created, but no value it is getting assigned. In that case, it will have 0 associated with that. Okay, if we run this program, right, let's open up the terminal. Okay, let's go to that particular week. This week 24. Let's do node space app.js. Okay, see here. Okay, I'll open up a separate terminal because I want to show it bigger size, right? Yes. Okay. Node space app.js. Okay, see guys, if you, here you people will be able to see the buffer here, the buffer which we have created here. So as per our code, it says we are creating 5 buffers. Okay, so here we have the 5 buffers here, and which created array of 5 data. And initially all the zeros got assigned to it. Okay, any doubts here, guys, how we are creating a buffer here? Guys, give me a thumbs up or put it in chat. Oh, cool. So if we want to assign a value to a particular buffer element, let's say the first element. Okay, so here we can also do buffer of 0 is equal to 1. So in this case, what it happens is, if I rerun the program again, see the first value got updated. And if I want to do second value with a string, okay, second value with a string, I'll do here, and I put it here like, hey guys. Okay, now save this, come here and rerun it. Okay, see, so basically the value which we are assigning right here right now, the very first value, when we assign the integer, it got assigned to, but when we got a string assigned to the second value, it didn't get assigned to. We will come to that, why it didn't happen, what was the problem. We were not able to do this stuff. Okay, so for that we have to comment this thing, and we have to go to the newest way, the newest JavaScript way of doing it. Okay, so here what we have done is we have used buffer class rather than using alloc method. What we've done is we have used the buffer constructor. So in the buffer constructor, we are passing array of numbers. Okay, if I save this, come here, and I'll clear the console and I rerun it. See, I got the buffer here. I got the buffer here in the hexadecimal format. So for 1, 2, 3, 4, it was okay. But for the value 10 and 12, we got the value as 0A and 0C. Okay. So this is the way we can create a buffer in an array format using a buffer class constructor. Okay. Any doubt here, guys, in this particular 2 lines of code? Hello. Okay. Please implement these two. Please implement this in your respective desktop, laptop, or computer, and let me know if you people are able to utilize this first buffer method. You can use any values here. Not only this, you can use any values here. Give me a thumbs up, guys, if you people have completed this. Guys, is it clear, right? I mean, I'm asking again because nobody was answering me. Okay. 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 See, I got a few questions. I'll answer that. Dharam, to read back the data from the buffer, right? You have to use read in int for numbers and read strings for string. So there are inbuilt methods to convert the respective buffer into the respective data type to which you want. Okay, there is no single method, but there are different methods for different method. I mean the data types. Okay. And Rag, to answer your question, all the primitive data types can be taken inside. Okay. We will be doing numbers, array of numbers, and then string.
I have a doubt. Like in the
Yes.
line number 13, we are doing the const buffer is equals to new buffer. So we are calling the buffer function, or how it is referring, and to whom it is referring to.
Buffer is a class, and we are
Mhm.
using the class constructor in order to create the object, buffer object. Whenever you
Okay.
use a new keyword in front of a function, that is
Mhm.
basically becomes a constructor function. So buffer is a constructor function of a buffer class, which we use. See, even if I hover on it, you would see it's a buffer constructor. Okay.
Hmm.
So it basically allocates a new buffer object for the given given array. Okay. So that is what it is happening here. And to answer your next question, where it is referring to. So buffer is an inbuilt JavaScript package which comes with Node.js.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, Rupa. So buffer is kind of deprecated now because previously we used to use buffer to buffer rather than a class, you can use it directly. So like we used it here, right? Buffer.allow. So the way to call and buffer constructor has changed now. And adding to that the same point, today, right? Previously, we have to read the streams of data, put it in a buffer, then convert that into the data type that we want. Okay, but now, right, the compilers are become more sophisticated, so we can read the data directly into a variable and we can directly print it out. It is going to be formatted once we read it from a stream. So that we'll see it in the next topic streams. Okay, so we have seen the example of the numbers here. Let's try out example with string. We noticed initially what was the issue, so let's try to resolve that. New buffer of, let's say, eight, let's say guys. Okay, if I do this and I'll comment this particular part. Do console.log of buffer string. Okay, the same thing I've done. Instead of numbers, I have taken an array of string. Okay, if I come here and just come down and do, see, we got a buffer with 0 and 0. Okay, the reason we are getting 0 and 0 is we have not set up any kind of encoding to this particular encoding to this. Okay, we can also give a way to encode this data. Okay, so I'll come to that encoding. I'll give you a simple example first. Let's say I have a simple example. Let's say, hi guys, this is string buffer. Okay, I've created a simple string. I'm passing this simple string to the buffer constructor here. Okay, and I will rerun it. Okay, see, I got the data here. Okay, I got the data for a single string. Okay, single string. Here, with this also, you can also pass any kind of encoding that has to be provided for the particular string, which is in not only string, for numbers also you can pass. Okay, so here we have the standard standard one that is called as UTF-8. Okay, this is an encoding. Like we have ASCII codes, right? ASCII, where the machine can read the ASCII very fast. So similarly, we have different types of encoding, like hexadecimal, base 64, ASCII, UTF-8, like that. Okay, so there are different types of encoding. So we can also use this encoding. So let's save this and try to rerun it again. Okay, see, we at the same time we got the buffer value. So this is how the for a string we are able to create. But in terms of array of string, if we have this as an array of string, in that case, it will be same thing with 0 and 0. Okay. The point here is when you have a particular string as an array, right? So buffers cannot be created for that. It becomes it gives a null value and no converted value is not stored in the buffer. Okay, so for that case, we use separate buffers for separate strings. Okay, so this is the way we use string to create a buffer from a string. We use single strings to create a single buffers. Array of strings always results in the initial value of the buffer. No value is getting stored on that. That is a problem with the buffers. So this is how we have the string buffers. Any doubt here, guys, in terms of string buffer? I mean, buffer where we consume a string to create a buffer.
So why we are not able to like buffer the array of strings?
Okay, that is a limitation. That is a
So-
limitation.
Okay, and so one more thing, can I buffer the array of integer as well as a string together?
Okay, that's a very good question. We can try that. Okay, and I'm going to here give 1, 2, 3, 1, 3. Okay, save this. Come here. I'll clear the screen for you guys. See, For the string, it has given 0 and 0, and for the numbers, it has taken the value. Parag, is it clear?
Yes, sir. No, like it is giving 0 and 0 because we are storing it in array, right, sir?
Yeah.
If it is outside
When-
the array, it will work, right?
Yeah. Whenever you are taking a single string with the buffer, right, at that time it will work. But when you go for the array, right, that becomes a limitation here. Okay. Okay. I'll just repeat it in Hindi for you guys who have asked, and I'll put it in a clear context for some guys who are not able to understand. Okay. तो देखो यहाँ पे क्या हो रहा है कि मतलब जो भी हम जैसे हमने नंबर्स के लिए क्रिएट किया था बफर, ठीक वैसे ही हमने एक स्ट्रिंग के लिए भी क्रिएट किया बफर. तो स्ट्रिंग पे एक लिमिटेशन है कि हम अगर एरे ऑफ स्ट्रिंग रखते हैं या फिर एरे के अंदर हम स्ट्रिंग को लेके आते हैं तब उसका बफर हम नहीं क्रिएट कर पाते. दैट्स अ लिमिटेशन. ओके. So when we create it for single strings, right, at that time we are able to create a buffer for it. Saurabh, anything? Okay. So we are able to create it. So whenever we are having a string, right, whenever we are having a string, at that time you people can also use encoding methodology to encode your data in the buffer itself. So there are different types of encoding methodologies, like we have ASCII, then we have UTF-8, hexadecimal, and then base64, like this. Okay. So yeah, this is all about the buffers in terms of string.
सर UTF-8 की जगह कोई और यूज करना रहेगा तो कैसे यूज करेंगे?
You can use it here. See, instead of UTF-8, we are going to use ASCII format. Okay, then you can give ASCII here. Can you give ASCII? तो मतलब देखो तुम्हें कौन से फॉर्मेट में चाहिए वो तुम्हें देना पड़ता है बेसिकली, एंड इट्स एन ऑप्शनल वन.
ओके सर, थैंक यू.
Okay. So see, I'll come back to buffer string again. See, buffer string is nothing but creation of a buffer unit where you are going to store a string in the raw format. तो हम क्या कर रहे हैं यहाँ पे, ये जो string जो हम दे रहे हैं ना, we are converting that string into a raw format and storing it in the memory location in a certain encoding type. That is what we are doing in line number 17. Himanshu, are you able to get it now?
Yes.
सर एसक्यूएल में उसका आंसर शो करो ना, मतलब आउटपुट.
See, I'm not saying this. Let's say it. Hear it. See, the encoding might have. I don't think that would be different. A bit there will be a difference if we there. Yes. So this is how you people can do it. So Preeti, is it now relatable to you?
Sir, what is the purpose of this buffer?
Okay. So buffer is basically it's a memory location where you read whenever you're getting some kind of raw data, right? You can store it.
Okay, raw data we can store it, right?
Yeah, yeah.
So do we use this a lot in our real world projects?
We do use it whenever we have something, some data needs to be sent. Okay, like
In
we have
raw
this,
format.
in raw data format. Whenever you're reading file from hardware, whenever you're reading file or writing a file, right? At that time, these buffers are used.
And one more, sir, doubt I have. So whenever we play some video on YouTube, so sometime due to the network connectivity, whenever it is slow, so there is also a line comes there like buffering symbol.
Yes, yes.
So is that the same thing related to this?
You could relate. You can relate. You can relate it. I'll tell you how that is happening. So whenever you play an YouTube video, right? So a streamer is created in the that particular web page. Okay. This stream's job is to collect raw data. I mean, its job is to collect the chunk of data which is coming to the internet and create a video, create a connected video file which can be played in the browser. Okay.
Okay.
So this is a continuous process. So whatever data we are receiving, right, from the internet, that data is put into buffer location. And from buffer location, it is read by the video player and display. So whenever
Okay.
the amount of data in the buffer location is less, so video stops.
Okay.
Now you're able to relate the
Yeah,
actual
yeah,
scenario.
yeah. Yes.
So this is how it is happening. So if you want to place a job in YouTube or any kind of the company which is a video-based company or any telecoms, right? So
Yes.
this is the place where you have to learn a lot.
Okay.
Okay, and the algorithms to compress the data chunks, the creation of the video screens. I mean the video players, using of streams. If you're very, they are really highly paid job today.
Mm. Okay, sir. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, no problem.
Mm.
Okay. Yeah, Preeti, I didn't get your question. You asked me why this is output like this, right?
Yes, yes.
So basically, that is a buffer location which has stored data in hexadecimal format.
But I have given the two inputs. Then why the data is stored in different buffers?
Buffer is basically is a connected it's a series of memory location which has data. So if you see here, right, hello, hello. Okay, for H, hexadecimal will be created. E, hexadecimal will be created. L, hexadecimal will be created. L, hexadecimal is created. So what is string? String is array of characters. Okay, so for each character there would be a hexadecimal value coming. And sometimes some characters are combined together in order to create the hexadecimal value. So we can't be 100% sure that this many data will be coming in terms of a string.
So we can't relate, like in case of strings, which one is really placed at what memory location?
You can relate it. If you see here, right, you have hello, space, and hi, right?
Mm.
So you could say hello is 5 letters, hi is 2 letters, and a space. So it is 5 plus 2 plus 1, 8 letters. So how many buffer values do you have? I guess it is 8 values you have in terms of buffer.
Yeah, yeah.
So you can relate.
Okay.
Sometimes when you are using special characters, right? If that particular value lies between 0 to 255 inside the range, right? At that time it will be perfectly workable. But I'm not sure when it crosses the value. But I don't think that is a particular value which crosses that particular range.
Okay.
So if you people put your thoughts more clearly into this thing, right? You people will understand one thing. So much of the data that we are looking here, right? Till today we are looking about the application level of program, and this is something which is related to the actual machine dependency. So we are reading data which is present in hardware. Okay. So whatever technologies you're going to work, right? If you're going to work in application layer, it is very simple. But if you're going to work in any hardware related stuff, right? That is a really high paying, high grossing job. Guys, is it clear in terms of buffers so that we can move to stream now? Give me a thumbs up, guys, or put in chat if you are comfortable so that we can move forward. If you feel like I'm running or I'm speeding up, please let me know so that I can slow down. I can take it lightly. Okay. As I said, Parag, before, so whenever you're reading a file from a place, okay, let's say you have a data in your hardware. Let's consider the real-time example of Google Docs. So this Google Doc is stored in some hardware at some location. So through internet, you're able to see that doc on your screen in your web browser. But this particular document is present somewhere in the hardware over the cloud. Okay. So when we are reading the data from that particular hardware, right, at that time, we'll be reading it from the backend perspective. So that is where you can relate it for us. Rupam, it's not a temporary memory location. It can be 100% all-time available memory location, which can store a data and can hold it for all the time till the program is till the program is there likely. Just like in memory, like in variable. Okay. Sure. So let's move to the next concept. So next concept is streams. Streams are you could say it is the most powerful concept in Node.js. Okay, because streams are the fundamental. Because streams are really in the fundamentals of Node.js. So how the data comes to the respective server, how the data is handled, how to read, write, how to sequentially do it. So all these kind of policies, right? Everything the stream holds it. Okay. So you could say streams are single-handedly responsible for reading, writing files, the network communications, or any kind of end-to-end exchange of data in an efficient way. So the streams are really, really efficient in keeping your memory clean and processing the data. Okay. So any streaming service you take, that it can be YouTube, Netflix, or anything. So this is the particular technology stuff that you people will work if you got placed into Netflix or YouTube. Okay. So have you people ever thought like the player which is used in YouTube and player which is used in Amazon Prime, the player which is used in Netflix, all are same? Why do you think, guys, these things are different? Why do you think these particular streaming agents, I mean the video players are different? Even if you're using a Windows, you'll be having PLC player, then you have Windows Media Player. So we have different playing of right. No, I know that they have their own players. I'm asking, why do they need a separate player for themselves? Why didn't these companies have the same single player? Anybody, any thoughts?
So can you repeat
For
the question?
different type of video format like MP4, MKV.
Okay. Okay, Kanu. Yeah, the question was like we have the streaming agents like Netflix, YouTube, Amazon Prime, Hotstar, right? Everybody has different players. Why they are using different players is my question. So Kanu gave an answer that different video formats. Then Rupam gave me an answer maybe because of their controls. Every players have different controls like that. Yeah, Zara. Actually, the reason for having different uh, players is the data which has been sent by the respective servers like YouTube, like Netflix or Amazon Prime or Disney Plus Hotstar. Every streaming agent has a different algorithm of compression and a different way to create the chunks of data to send it to the respective player. And this player has the capability which has an inbuilt stream which helps to parse the data in certain format and utilize it so that no other player can play it. So this is based upon some kind of bit of an cryptography, and also some kind of cryptography is used in terms of security. Okay, so that your data didn't get missed by any other. So if it is a video by Netflix, it should be only playing in the Netflix player. But there is a way to tweak this whenever you collect the data, right? After collecting the data, there is something called as conversion of the respective file into certain other format. So you can convert that into certain other format and you can play it in anything. So that is also possible nowadays. Okay. So the major advantage of using streams are the very big file, right? So very big file takes time to consume or time to read. So if you do it in smaller chunks of data, right, that helps us to read the very large file easily. So this particular streams, right, the streams concept helps us to read very large, very big files into small chunks of data. So again, we can talk about the example in YouTube. So we have a 1 hour length of a video in YouTube. So there is no need to download that 1 hour length of the data in your local machine and then see what's it. Wherever you fast forward or wherever you click, right, the next 30 seconds of data is downloaded from the server using streams. Using these streams are they just request the respective chunks wherever you particularly keep your cursor at your media player. Okay, so that is how we use streams here. Any doubt or any questions in terms of concept what we have talked about streams, guys? I know it was a theory, but you guys are clear in terms of streams. Hello. Okay, Parag, see, streams are the ones which convert the larger file into small chunks of data. These small chunks of data we are talking about, right? That is, if you are going to store that small chunks of data somewhere, right? That is called as buffer.
So the process of conversion is called stream.
Sorry, I just missed you, Parag. Can you come again?
Like the process of the
Conversion is called stream.
The process of converting the larger files into smaller chunks and reading them is called a stream.
Okay, okay, sir.
Okay, so yeah, cool. So any other doubts in terms of streams, guys?
No, sir.
Guys, I'm giving an MCQ. People can go and log in and answer the MCQ. Wait, I got logged out of that the website and just logging in again.
सर लॉगिन नहीं हो रहा है
For everyone, that is the problem. Everyone is not logging in.
login हो रहा है
Okay, it's logging in. Vishwam, can you try again?
यस सर ट्राई कर रहा हूँ
सर आपने MCQ
Really, I have not
कर दिए क्या?
pasted MCQ yet. I am not pasted. I have not posted the MCQ yet. Why? What happened? I'm going to post it, guys. Everybody's logged in, right?
नो सर नहीं हो
Yes,
रहा है अभी भी.
Okay. Is everyone seeing the same problem? Saurabh, can you try now?
हाँ सर डन हो गया, लॉगिन हो गया.
Okay, okay. Okay, guys, I'm posting the MCQ. Guys, am I audible?
Yes, sir.
Yes sir.
Because of the 10, almost 10 o'clock, right? Done it this time. So that's why I asked. Yeah, shall we move forward? Okay, good. So this is the advantages of handling the data using streams. Okay, so whenever we are using streams, right, that is memory efficient because there is no need to load large amount of data in the memory. We can process the large piece of data into smaller chunks. That is why it is memory efficient. Next, it is time efficient. It is time efficient. Why it is time efficient is we are able to we can start processing of data in smaller chunks so that the entire data, right, the entire big data, right, we have not we no need to consume it completely. We can do it in smaller chunks. So we have time. It doesn't take like it's like when you copy a particular data from one folder to another folder, right, it goes bit byte by byte, so we know the progress. But what if the complete process stays on hold when complete file is transferred from one location to another location? Then only it will resume, right? In that case, it will be a problem. So to start processing the data, it's very simple in terms of streams. Yeah, any doubt, guys, in terms of its advantages? Any doubt, guys? Okay. So let's talk about the streams which is present in Node.js. There are 4 types of streams. One is readable, another one is writable, third one is duplex, and fourth one is transform. So we will start. The readable one is for majorly used for reading operation, and writable one is used for writing operation. Duplex consists of both operations, both read and write. Okay, and then we have transform. Transform is an stream where the output, right, output of a particular data is computed based upon the input, like dynamic video players, like in YouTube, right? Rather than going from first to last, right, you just skip to the 55th, 4th minute or 5th minute. So the data which is going to come to the video player based upon your input. So that is the event. I mean the stream called transform event stream. So any doubt in terms of read, write, duplex, transform? Okay. Cool. Okay. So whenever we use streams to read data, right? So there are some callbacks or the event emitters, which tells the stream's job, the particular stream's job is complete. Like if you're reading a file, right? You're reading a file from your hard drive. Okay. So when you can start reading the file from the starting. After you finish reading it, right? We need to know, right, whether the particular file is read or not. So there are certain events that help us to understand the program, helps the program to understand whether the reading operation has been done successfully or not. So whenever you're reading a data, right, so the small chunks of data that we receive from the file can be found using data event. Okay. Once the file reading is complete, so we can know that by using end event. If while reading or writing you face any kind of issue, at that time that can be captured in the error event. If everything is completed and the data which has been read, right, is flushed out of the system. I mean, the small chunks of data that we have stored it in the temporary buffers, right? If we once you flush it out, so that can be noticed in the finish event. Okay, so let's relate this each event within YouTube video. Okay, so whenever you search for a particular video in YouTube and you click on the particular video and start playing it, so you can see the video starts playing and it moves. The timing moves and the video screen also moves. Okay, yeah, Preeti, I'll do it. Okay, so whatever data is just coming to your screen, right? I mean, screen, right? So that is, to your screen where you're able to see, right? That is the data in. Okay, so once the video finishes, right, and you can see a pop-up coming up saying that can I play the next video? So that is where the end event comes. If you are playing certain video and certain time your internet goes down, so you can see the error in the video player. That is the error event. Okay, when you click when you watch a video, you pause, you complete the video and you have started playing the another video, right? So before starting of the another video, so whatever data of the previous YouTube video which is present in a system, right, that has to be removed. So once you remove that, yeah, the data has been flushed out. Okay, so that particular event is called as finish. If you want to see a live example, go to your mobile, open your mobile phone, go to your storage and check in YouTube. Even though you have not downloaded any videos, you can see some kind of storage, some kind of data has been stored in the YouTube. That is because of the data which you have played before. That small chunks of data got stored in your phone. If you flush it out, right, that is the finishing. Yeah. Any doubt here, guys, in terms of data, end, error, and finish?
So can you repeat what is event emitter, sir? I didn't get this.
Okay. Event emitter is nothing but it's a callback function. You can say it's a callback function which is called when particular event has happened. So every time you receive data from the stream, right, a stream to your program, that time data event is triggered. Once the complete data received from the particular stream, right, it's completed. At that time, end is triggered. Whenever you're receiving data, right, at that time certain things have failed, so you will get an error event. It's like that.
Okay, sir. Clear.
Okay. Cool. So yeah. So let's move to the next portion. Okay. So now we will going to combine a certain other technology also to understand how to do it in program. Okay. So let's go to the code. Okay. So what I'll do here is I'll create a so this one. So I'll create a file here. Okay, let's say input.txt. Okay, it's an input file, and here I'm going to write, hey guys, I know class is boring. Thanks for bearing it. Okay, so I have stored a certain text in the input text. I have created a file where I have stored data. So now I'm going to use stream to read the data from this file. Sir, Shivam, are you trying to convey something? Thanks. Okay. Cool. So now to do read the files and read, write, transform, or edit a file, right? In Node.js, we have a separate package which helps us to do that for creating a stream, for creating an, for setting a stream. So everything for this, we have a package to do that. And that particular package is called as file system. Okay, which is popularly known as FS in terms of Node.js. So we have to use that particular package to create a stream, to read a stream, all stuff. So let's look into the very first thing called reading a stream. How to create a stream and read data from the particular file. That is what we are going to solve here. Okay. So for that, we'll be using a package called FS. Okay. So let's import that using required FS. Okay. So this particular package FS is going to help us to do this all kind of thing. Okay. Now let's define data string. Okay. This is going to be an empty string. This string we are going to read data from the input.txt file and store the data in the data stream variable. Okay. So to do that, first we have to create a stream. So let's create a stream. It's a reading stream. So we have reader stream. Okay. FS dot create stream. Okay. And here we have to specify which file you are going to read. Okay. So I'll just explain it again. So what we have done here is we are creating a reader stream which is going to read data from a particular file. So to create, so we have a separate streams for read and separate stream for write. Okay. So the stream, if you are going to use a stream to read data, okay, so we can use a module already present in Node.js called file system. This file system package consists of an easier job of reading data from a particular is called as create read stream. What that object is going to do? Is my voice breaking, guys?
Yes, sir. Sir, your voice is breaking.
Guys, tell me.
Still breaking, sir. Guys, I have rejoined the meeting. I'm audible now. Yes, sir.
Yes.
Let's see whether still the issue is there or not. Yeah, I've shared my screen. I'm audible, guys.
Yes, sir.
Okay, I'll repeat it again. So whenever we are planning to read some data from the file, right? So there is an inbuilt package called file system in Node.js. Okay, so using this package, the people can read data. Okay, so whenever we are trying to read data, right? So we'll use a package called file system, FS. FS is the you could say a short form of the file system package. Okay, so we have imported it. Now to read a data, we are going to create a stream, which the stream is going to navigate to that particular file and start reading it from the first character. Okay, and to do that, we use a create read stream function from the file system package to do this. Is it clear, guys? Now. Hello.
Yes, sir. It's clear.
Yeah, I thought I'm breaking again. Okay. So
सर ब्रेक हो रहा है, एक बार रिपीट कीजिए सर, ब्रेक हो रहा था बीच में.
Okay. See, this file system package, right? That is an inbuilt package which is present in Node.js. Okay. So using this package, we can create a stream to read a particular file. Okay. So to do that, we use fs.createReadStream. This createReadStream is a function present in FS module. That is the file system module. So whatever file that you're going to pass to this particular read stream, right? It is going to read the data. Okay. So is it clear till here, guys? Now. Shubham, sorry, Saurabh and Kavana, I'm just muting you guys. Okay.
Yes.
Okay. Yeah. So this is how we read the data. Now we know that it is in text-based file. So we have to set the encoding type. So whenever you're reading data, right? If it is a text-based file, you have to set a encoding type in which format the data needs to be encoded in order to read the in order to show it in the screen. So this encoding mechanism is a type of mechanism where you read the data in the buffer format. The data which is coming from the stream is in buffer format. So we need to understand how this buffer needs to be created into a respective string. So what kind of encoding I have to use so that we are able to read the correct data. So we can do it by read stream dot set encoding. Okay, and here I'm going to use UTF-8. Okay, so this is the encoding type that I'm going to use. Okay, so so this is how I set a encoding type to a certain stream. So this read stream is an object which is used to this object contains the stream. Okay, for input.txt file. Okay, for this I have set the encoding type. Now I know that this is a stream. So now I have to write the event listeners, event emitters, so that I can capture the data. So to do that, we have dot on. Here we need to give two values. One, the event, and another one is the callback function. Okay, another one is the callback function. So here, the first event, we have seen there are 4 events. So we are going to discuss 2 events at first. So the very first event is data, where you start receiving data from the stream. So whatever data from the stream you are getting, right, that will come to this particular piece of code. So we have created a stream in line number 25. The stream is ready. Okay, but inside from the stream, right, it has started reading the file input.txt. But how do we know that the data is coming from there or not? So whenever a chunk of data that reader stream reads from input.txt, it reaches this particular piece of code, because dot on basically captures the event which comes from the respective stream. Okay, it checks what is the type of event that is. If the event type is data, we will receive the value here. We receive the value as a part of this particular function. Okay. This is a callback function which is triggered inside the read stream, create read stream. Okay, so here we have data chunk. So what we have to do, we have to append this chunk to the data stream variable. So what we will do, we do data stream is equal to data stream plus chunk. Guys, I'll stop here and I'll show you the output, but tell me if you guys understood this piece of code. See, here till here we have created the stream and we have set the encoding, in which encoding the data needs to be read from the input.txt file. Okay, now the stream's job is to go and read each data. Wait, guys, I'll come to your questions. Okay, see, I'll tell you how this is working. Okay, yeah, come on, what is your doubt? Okay, hold your question. Let me explain it again and then I'll come to it. Okay, see, what we have done is we have created a stream here. Okay, we have created a stream here. This stream is going to read data inside the input.txt file. Okay, let me draw it. So this is our input.txt file. Okay. Okay, so we have some data here. Okay, so this is a stream. Okay, so this stream is going to read the data from this file one by one. Like say this is the data. Okay, so whenever it reads the data, for example, this is a small chunk. This is another chunk. This is another chunk. So this one data is sent back to the stream. After reading from the file, it goes to the stream and the stream outputs it. Okay, so what the stream does, it invokes an event called data. Okay, with the data event, it sends this particular chunk of data whichever has come. Okay, so this is the event given by the stream whenever a chunk of data has been read from the input file. So that chunk of data comes out of the stream with the event called data. Okay, so that is what we have written here. So whenever this create read stream reads input.txt, it reads one chunk of data that comes as part of this particular data event in this particular function. Okay, if you want me to run this, right, I can run this and show you. Okay, but there will be no output. The output we will be able to see it in the next function. Okay, so what we can do here is we can just see what is this object, this reader screen object. Okay, console dot log of each reader stream. Okay. Okay, and here I'll do console dot log of chunk. Okay, I'll come here and run this. See, this is what I get it. So this is actually a read stream is a very big value. It's a very big value, but we don't capture these things and all. It's a very big value. Okay. By the end, right, the data we could see. This is what we have written it. This is what we got it as part of the file that we are able to read it here. Okay. So what we are doing here is we are printing each chunk of data here. And similarly, what we have done here is instead of printing the chunk here, we can just wait till this particular file is read completely, and then we can print the data. So what we will do here is we will wait for one more event. Okay, and that event is called as end. Okay, so that also has the same structure. Okay, here we can do console.log of data stream. Okay, so here in this end function, right, this gets emitted when the reading of data in the particular file has completed. At that time, we know that once the end event is going to get triggered, that means this particular event will stop occurring because the reading of data has been completed. So this will not execute again. So then we know that the data stream value, where the place we are capturing all the chunks, right, is going to be same. So that is how we define the end here. I know, guys, there are a lot of questions running around you. Please start asking the questions so that I can help you to resolve the question, understanding.
Yeah, I have a doubt as in the reader stream.on, we are passing the data, and in the function we are passing the chunk. So the chunk here is actually reading the data of that particular file.
Yes.
But I mean, in the chunks or in the buffer format, is it so?
No, see, so the new readers, right, they directly read the data in the format which we want because we have set the encoding here.
Yes.
Okay. Even if I'm not going to set the encoding, even though it will have a basic encoding type, in which format it's going to read.
Okay.
And one more understanding to you. One more understanding to you. So you said we are passing data. We are not actually passing data. Here, what we are
It's a
defining
property.
is,
Yeah.
I mean, here what we are doing here is we are waiting for the reader stream to return back. So this data event is being, it's like we are writing a listener here. This is a listener which waits for the data stream to come back with an event. And if that event is data, then this particular function will execute. If that particular event is end, then this particular function will execute. Like that.
No, I'm not clear with this. The event.
See, event. We know that stream isn't very large, very executive process. Okay, it goes to a file. It reads line by line each file. If it is a file or an MP4 video or anything, it's going to read it byte by byte or MB by MB.
Yes.
Okay. So whenever it is reading, right, once it reads it, it has to send data back. Okay.
Yes.
So
yes.
it has to create an event. It has to do it in an event. So basically, after reading, it sends an event. So that sending event is called as data. Once the complete file is read, it says, I have completely read it. That particular event is called as end.
Okay.
Okay. So whenever that particular event is happening from the reader stream, right, the stream, right, that time this particular function will get executed. So for end, if end event has occurred in from the stream side, this particular function will get executed. Whenever data event has been occurred from the stream, right, at that time this particular event will get executed. This particular function will get executed. So this is something a programmer will have control over. Once this event is happening, what the program should respond. So for that only we have this callback function. Preeti, is it clear now?
Yeah. Okay.
Others, guys, any other questions?
And I have one more question. Like, if we want only the content, if we want to display the content of the file, not the whole of the reader stream that we are getting, like there are so many inputs, right? In the console.log of chunk. So let's say if we want to read only the content, like we want to print it. So how can we do that?
See, that is what we have done here. If I go and clear the screen here, right? If I run the Node.js, right? See, only that particular content has been put here.
With the help of end function.
Yes. What we've done is whenever the data is coming to our data event has been triggered, that means the chunk is coming. So we are accumulating the chunk into a variable called data stream. When the end event has been triggered, right, we know that the reading has completed. So now we can console the data, the complete data, whatever we have accumulated so far.
Okay.
Yeah. Basically, line number 32.
I have one more query here. So in the data, I mean the event, we are doing the data stream is equals to data stream plus chunk, right? So in the starting, the data stream was empty. So when we were reading the input.txt, so all the content of the input.txt is getting added to the data stream.
Yes. So
Okay.
in the input.txt is a file. Okay. So we are going to read the file in a byte basis. We are going to read it byte by byte, and whatever data that we receive as part of the chunk, we are accumulating in the data stream. So every time we read a single byte of data in input.txt, this particular function is getting called. So we are just adding the data to the data stream variable.
Okay.
And sir, always fix that data is going to read in only bytes, single byte.
No. It is not byte. It is in chunks, and the chunk size is defined by the file systems.
So that I told that it should be like 256 KB, right?
Not 250. I didn't state this 256 KB. I said the value of the buffer will lie between 0 to 255 range.
Or 0 to 255 range. Okay, fine.
Range. That is range. Range for hexadecimal values in terms of buffer. Okay, don't confuse it. Okay.
Yeah.
And similarly, if you want, if something goes wrong in between the reading of data, right? At that time, we know that we have something called as error function. We know that error event get triggers. Okay, so we can also define the error event here, which will send back the error while it has not what happened. So you can also do it like this.
So do we call do this like a data and error have any specific name? That the second argument we are simply calling as callback function, right? And
Yes,
the
yes.
first
We can
argument
pass
is,
anything.
yeah.
This first argument needs to be same because data and an error. These events are triggered by the data streams, the streams.
So the
So
first
streams.
argument would be event and second would be the event callback function, right?
Yes, exactly.
Okay, thank you.
Yeah. Rupam, is it clear now, right?
Yes, sir.
So please implement this example in your respective desktop, laptop, and computers, and let me know. Okay. Is it pace? I mean, the pace of the class is okay, guys. Am I going fast? Am I going slow?
It's fine.
Sure. Guys, let me know if you people have completed this so that we can. Rupam, I'm not sure. I need to check the CC, but I don't think uh, CC was given yesterday, right? Yeah. Rupam. Guys, I know you people are implementing it, but what I'm going to do here is I'm going to give an MCQ. So please stop the implementation part. Okay, okay, Preeti, we'll come to that. I'm doing an MCQ, so please, guys, go to your portal so that I'm going to give an MCQ now. Yeah, I have given an MCQ, guys. Please go and answer it. That's for 2 minutes.
Actually, like when I'm trying to run the end function, so it is supposed to print the content of the file only, right? But in my case, it is printing all the content that we got in the data event.
Yeah, that is what it means. All the in data event, whatever data you are getting, right, that we are accumulating, and we are that data has been put it in the end.
Yeah, but there are some different kind of properties or the values that I'm getting with the content as also. Like
Can you just paste
like
your
what?
code?
Yeah, like what we have in the read stream: FD, path, flags, mode, start, end. So this I'm getting in the end function.
Can you copy and paste your code in the chat?
Yes, sure.
Preeti, please do answer your MCQ. 25 seconds.
Yeah,
is
done
set.
that. I've done
Okay.
that.
Okay, the fact here is you are printing the read string in maybe line number 4 or something. Console.log read string. Can you comment that and try?
No, that is okay. Okay. Yeah, I
Can you
will.
comment that?
I will
and-
take a look. I will take a look.
I think that's the only difference. If you comment that and check it out, right? I think you'll get your question done. How to correctly.
Yeah, it's working fine.
Give me a thumbs up, guys, or put in chat if you people have implemented this. Okay. Okay. So shall we go to the next portion of the streams? So let's comment everything. Okay. So that's okay. The next portion that we are going to look into the streams is writing a stream. So far now we have created a program to read data from the file. Now we are going to write program to write data to a file. Okay. So what I'll do here is I'll just create one more file called output.pa. Okay. Output.txt. Okay. Now, Shubhankar, we'll go with text file. Okay. Then we'll come to that. Sure. So now in the output data, this is an empty file. Okay, empty file. Now what I'll do here is I'll go to our app.js program. So the very first thing that we require to do this thing is what is the very basic required thing to do anything with files? Yeah, we need the file system. Okay, so let's import that. Okay, now let's have the data that we need to write it to the file. Okay, let's say classes super styling. Okay, so this is what I'm going to write to that file, particular file. Okay, now what I'll do here is I need to create a stream first. Okay, so let me create this stream. So this is a writing. This is going to be a writer stream because we're going to write data. So let's name that as writer stream. Okay, and the same way we have a module. We have a function to create a stream and for a writer stream. So we have create writer stream in fs. For which file we are going to do it? We are going to do it for output.txt. Okay, so we have created a stream which is going to write data in the particular file called output.txt. Okay, now let's write the data to the particular output file. Okay, so for that we have an inbuilt function called write. Okay, so writer stream dot write. Okay, and what is the data that we are going to write? Whatever we have in the data variable. And what is the I mean the encoding that we are going to use? We are going to use let's say UTF-8. Okay, So this is how we write data into the respective file. Okay. So here we know that here what we have done, we have created a streamer object, which is going to write data into output.txt. Okay. And now for this particular object, the stream object, we have an inbuilt function called write, which will write the data in this particular format. So we have two inputs here. The very first one is the data, which is my voice lagging, guys?
No, sir.
Okay. There might be some glitch. Okay, no worries. See, so here we have a stream. We have created a stream which is going to write data into output.txt that has returned the object which we stored it in the writer stream variable. In this writer stream variable, we have an inbuilt function called write, which is going to take two parameters. The first parameter is the value that we are going to put it inside the output.txt, and in which format that we are going to do it, the encoding type. So this is how we give it that. Okay. Now we have initiated. Okay, we have initiated it. We know that we have initiated a write. Okay. Now we have to close the particular file. Okay. So once the write data is completed, we have to close it. So for that we have a function, inbuilt function called end. So end is triggered after write. So once this writing is been completed, the end will mark the end of the file. So once the everything is complete, writing the data in the file is completed, it will put in a special character at the end of the file stating that the writing has been completed. So to tell the end of the file, this is for that we have this particular function called end. Okay. Now let's have an event. So we know that whenever we are writing an event, once it is completed, we will get a event back, and that event is called as finish. So we can write the same way, writer.writerstream.on, where the type is called finish. So we have a function which will get executed once the writing of the file has been done. So we can do here console.log of. Let's say the write is complete. Okay, and we know that in the particular output.txt there is nothing. The file is empty. Okay. Now if I go to this our program, and if I start running it, okay, let's start running it. Okay. See, it shows me write is complete. I have run the program, it shows me write is complete. If I go to output.txt, see, the value whatever I typed in, it came to this particular output.txt file. So this is how we do it. Preeti, that is something extra value, that is the one you are asking, right? Creating a file, deleting a file, right? This thing is not handled by streams. We can cover that separately. So this is how we do it for writing a value to a particular file. Okay. So any doubts, guys, in terms of writing value to a particular file?
So, what if we don't have the output.txt? Will it create a output.txt named file?
Okay. So let's okay. We also have the same doubt. So let's try it out. Let's have one output one.txt here. Okay, and I will have a error block here. I'll console.log the error. Okay, now let's try this out. What happens? Okay, so we don't have output one.txt file in our folder. Okay, see, now if I come here, it has created a file called output1.txt, which contains the value. So that is handled automatically.
Okay, sir. Clear.
Hope Preeti, I think your question also got answered with this, right?
Yes, I'm trying to implement it. Let's see.
Sure. Yeah, guys, please try to implement this particular thing in your respective desktop, laptop, and computers, and let me know how it goes. Okay. Um, okay. Kanu, please see the spelling of stream. STREAM. You have written STREEM. Okay, guys, I'm going to give an MCQ. Please log into your portal. That's for 2 minutes, and I have posted it.
Have you posted it?
I just now posted it, guys. Just now.
Can you show us an example of the error event handling?
Let me think about it. Okay, let's try once. So, Kanu, can you paste your complete code here first? Preeti, I'll get that example and I'll show you. Okay.
Yeah, that is okay.
Okay. So the issue is no, the way you have created this stream, you have created a read stream, but you have to create a write stream. I guess in the second line number in your code. Should be create write stream, not create read stream. Guys, give me a thumbs up, guys, if you people are comfortable with read and write stream, so that we can move forward.
Sir, like how can we append something in that file exist?
That we will start learning in file systems.
Okay, sir.
So far, we have only seen how to read and write using stream. Okay. The next portion would be, I think tomorrow, seeing the time, I think tomorrow only we are going to cover the file systems. Now I have 3 other topics to cover, small topics, set intervals, set timeout, and set clear timeout. That I'll cover now for today. And we will start with file systems tomorrow. Guys, if we go like this, right, we might be lag a little bit. That works for you guys, right? It might take some extra week time to finish off everything. That's what I meant here.
Sir, like for us, like time boundaries, there is no time boundary, sir, but the concept should be clear. That's it.
Yeah, that I get it. We have a time foundation, right? The sectors have a time
Yes,
foundation.
yes, sir.
Guys, if you people have completed this, let me know so that we can jump to the next one. Okay. I think we have covered this particular topic in JavaScript itself. Just I want to refresh it. Okay. So the concept we are going to talk about is set timeout, then set interval. Yeah. So you people remember the set interval and set timeout?
Yes, sir.
So I'm just going to write the program quick so that we can jump to the final MCQ and take up the doubts whatever you people have. Okay. So let's talk about set interval set interval first. Okay. Here we are going to do console dot log of say hey. Okay. And I'll run this program. Yeah. So basically, set interval, what it does is it creates a very loop where after a certain interval of time, it keep on executing the callback function. Okay, whatever function that has been passed to it, it keep on executing that function in that particular time interval. So that is what we have as set interval. Okay. Similarly, we have something called the set timeout. Okay. Set timeout. So basically, the set timeout is a concept which will execute this particular function in after certain amount of time, whatever time you are passing. Let's say I'm giving 2000 milliseconds, and I do here is console dot log of okay. Okay, I come here and reload the program, right? After 2 seconds, that particular I mean the function get executed, and it comes into our memory. So that is the difference between a set interval and set timer. Any doubt here, guys, in these two concepts?
No.
No, sir.
So similarly, we can also so if we want to if we assign this to a variable, right? Let's say xyz. So what is this xyz? Any people remember this? We discussed in JavaScript also. This xyz is a timer object which is given by the set timeout or set interval methods. Okay, and this timer object can be cleared from the memory even before execution. And to do that, we have something called this clear timeout, in which if you have to pass the xyz. Okay, if I pass this xyz right here, right, we can see this particular function will not get executed because after a set timeout set timeout is executed, it returns a timer object which is stored in xyz variable. And here we have written a function. Here we are calling clear timeout function to clear the timer object, so that we will not see the output at all. See, we don't see the output at all. The reason is after 2 seconds only, this particular function will get executed. The timer starts running in the runtime environment. It takes 2 seconds to execute this. But immediately after set timeout, we have cleared the timer. That means there is no timer present. So if there is no timer present, the function which is inside the set timeout will not get invoked. That is it clear? Clear timeout?
Yeah, yes.
So similarly, we have clear interval. Okay. So these are the topics that I wanted to cover for today. In file system is remaining. Can we have not called? XYZ is not a function, it's an object. Yeah, guys, let's go for our final MCQ. Guys, I'm creating the MCQ. Please find answer that is for 2 minutes. Priti, let me know once you have answered your MCQ so that I can clear it.
Yes, I'm done with the question.
Yeah. So what happens is, no, whenever we encounter this particular piece of code, right, it creates a timer object, and timer object starts running in the ticking in the runtime environment. So it waits for 2000 milliseconds to put the callback function into the execution context. Okay, so this timer object basically clears the the clear timeout clears the timer object. So what does it mean is it reset the timer object to 0. That means the timer object will not end. It stops it from ticking. So basically, it never reaches 2000 milliseconds. So that's why the function doesn't get executed.
Yeah, because when we console the output, I mean the hey, at that time it is waiting for the 2000 millisecond, right?
Yes.
But
Yes.
when this part is actually getting executed, on the same time the clear timeout is also executing.
Yes. Because it doesn't wait for 2000 milliseconds. What it means is this function will get executed after 2000 milliseconds. That doesn't mean the complete program will stop here. The program will start will keep on running. The next line will keep on executing. After 2000 milliseconds, this particular function will execute. That is only this set timeout means.
Okay, so let's suppose if we print any another string or any other numbers in between these two lines, so it will be printed out.
Yes, if I put console the log of, let's say, this particular line. Okay, I come here and rerun it, right? See, I want to see that output.
Yeah, okay.
That's how it happens. Yeah, guys, that's all for today's class. Let me know if you have any other doubts or something. I've created the attendance, guys. If people can go and hook it up, add an attendance to it.
Sir, can you send this a repo? If you are
Yeah. What I'll do actually is I had some issue with my GitHub account in the Academy one, so I'll put it in my personal repo and I'll share you the link. Guys.
okay, sir, sure.
I mean, Kavana, right? That is your name, or
And this is not my name, sir.
okay? What is your name actually?
My name is Foreka.
So you are new to this batch?
No, actually, I was from Ambedkar batch, so I transferred into this.
Okay, cool.
I failed in my examination.
Okay. No worries.
So, sir, meanwhile, if you are creating the attendance, can I ask you one question from JavaScript?
Yeah, sure, go ahead.
Yeah, sir. So the question was that, like, there is a object, and inside that object, there is any method, like any method, and that method is returning a function, right?
Okay.
Inside that function there is a set timeout, and their console.log is this keyword. So So what would be the output?
So
So
basically, this keyword refers to the execution context. Okay.
so
And
I got someone. So I got this question. Someone asked me in one interview. I wasn't able to answer that.
so your question is something like this. Let's go
Can
to
I
the
write it?
browser.
Yeah. Otherwise, I'll write.
No problem. I write it for you.
Okay. Let's suppose we have any like object.
Which is going to have a variable, let's
Yes.
say ABC. This is
ABC.
going
Yeah.
to be a
This is
function.
a function. Yeah. And inside
Function.
this function,
We have set timeout.
console.log this.
Okay. Set timeout. Console dot this. Okay.
This we can like there was another one property here. You can write
Yeah,
just
yeah,
or anything.
yeah,
Yeah. So
yeah,
this.
yeah. Let's say 100 milliseconds.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay.
So this is the function.
And there is another. You can write another one property. Name colon something any string
To what?
inside the object.
Okay, okay. So,
Yeah.
name
Name.
colon,
Yeah. Anything.
say test.
Yeah.
Okay. And close it.
So I think yes. Now call it by object dot that function ABC.
This is referring to the execution context.
This is
See.
referring to the execution.
Context. So, are you familiar with the concept of?
Yes, I'm familiar. But what I tried to answer at that time, I told that here the method ABC is calling that object, right?
Yeah.
So I told that this keyword is direct. It is going to point that object and whatever the value inside that object. So that is like we are calling ABC, right? So I told like that the answer, but there was the output was undefined at that time. So he asked me that can you tell me how this the whole code is running in like event loop and all like stack and
Okay.
everything.
Okay.
Yeah,
So,
I wanted to know that.
absolutely. Okay. In the Java, have you? I mean, what I was trying to ask was, do you know what a global execution context is?
Yes,
How this
I know.
memory is created? Right?
Yes, I know.
So basically, whenever a particular object is created, right, the object initially is given in memory location. It is in the undefined state. Okay. So
Yes.
once it is let basically keep its variable in the temporal dead zone. Okay.
Okay,
In
yeah,
the,
yeah. Fine.
okay. So in this temporal dead zone, until it is not initialized, the value stays in the temporal dead zone. You can't access it before that.
Okay.
Okay. Okay. If in case if you are trying to access OBC before defining it, that will throw an error. Okay. So
Okay.
once it is created, it comes out of the temporal dead zone, and this object is present in the script scope of the program. Okay, not in the global scope. This is going to be in the script scope because we are using let. Okay. So here you have defined the function. You are defining let's say a function with a respective parameter inside
Okay,
the
so
object.
here we have, but I just forgot he used var or let. I'm not sure about that. And what would be the output when we'll call this dot a name here, console.log this dot name.
Inside where?
Here console.log this dot name. Is it going to give the same output?
This dot net. Okay. Yeah, I'll redeclaring it. Okay. I'm going to give you this.
Yeah, again it's giving the same output.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So basically, what happens is now whenever you call this function, ABC, right? So this ABC, okay. Tell me one thing: was that returning the set timeout?
Yeah, there was a set timeout. I'm sure. I have written that question somewhere, but I forgot where.
Okay. What I'm asking is, did they write like this?
Return, no? Yeah, I guess I'm not sure. That was return or just like set time off. I don't know.
If in that case, right, it
Hmm.
will return the actual timer object. Okay.
Yeah, yeah.
Okay, that's what. You just think back the question and come back. Okay.
Yes, yes, yes. Sure.
Sure.
So I want to know, but the whole idea of that question was he wanted to know that even I can see that how the all the means line by line code is executing in global
Yeah,
global context and all.
see, that is
He
actually
wanted to
a
know
really,
that thing from me.
yeah, yeah. See, actually, that is very, very important in terms of an interview.
Yes.
I'm not sure whether every instructor covers that stuff or not, but yeah.
So yes, so I just wanted to know how the whenever we get the asynchronous code, so actually it go to that queue, right? And after that, whenever the asynchronous browser API or anything set timeout is like browser API call, right? Whenever it's done, so again due to the event loop, it again come to the like stack and finally it's get the executed.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, I wanted to know that thing. Like,
Have you seen Akshay Senani's series in JavaScript, Namaste JavaScript?
no, no. Actually, I've
Uh,
seen like Jonas is there, na? So I've seen his
no, no.
like.
Yeah, watch Akshay Senani's Namaste JavaScript. That is actually well curated in this context.
Okay, fine. So what is his name? I'll just write.
Akshay Senani. Namaste JavaScript. Go and search in YouTube. YouTube is a whole series of stuff. Namaste
Namaste.
JavaScript. Namaste JavaScript. Yeah.
Got it.
Okay.
Akshay. Yeah.
Sure. Okay, man. Sure. Thanks, guys. Let's catch up tomorrow. Bye, guys.